Welcome back to another 5-minute drum lesson where we get her done in 5 minutes or less. On today's agenda, something I like to call classic funky hands. And that's just a not so intelligent way of combining the two ideas we just looked at. So, assuming you saw the how to add the on the snare video and also saw the how to add the e on the snare video, today we put them both in the same beat. So we're going to play the of 2 as well as the e of 3 on the snare. So we have two added 16th notes that are going to be in between our 8th notes because, as we said, the e's and the uhs fall in between your hi-hat notes. So we'll be alternating for those, but then the hands link up on the 2 and the 4 to provide that nice backbeat. So let's jump right in. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1. Okay, bass drum. This one, actually, bass drum 1 and 3 is a little bit tricky in a way. So we're gonna start with bass drum just on the 1, and then the first variation we do after that won't actually be the 1 and the 3. Although I'll show you why it's a little tricky. But we're not going to do it right off the bat. You'll see why in a minute. But let's just try it with the bass drum on the 1, just to lock down that solid beat 1 and do the rest with the hands. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and okay. Now the next one, we're going to do bass drum on the 1 as well as the and of 3, and that's it. And the reason for that is that we play the 1 and then we do the 16ths alternating, and then the bass drum note on the and of 3, and then the hands together on the 4. So basically you have a bass drum note before the new thing we're doing and after, but you don't have one in the middle. And if we put the note right on the 3, it's in the middle, and you end up doing something. You end up doing this 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and so it's not impossible by any means at all. But as the next logical step, I think having a note before and a note after, and then just focus on the hands is a helpful thing to do first. So that sounds like this: bass drum on the 1 as well as the end of 3. That's it. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1. And I'll play it a little faster. That's actually that's a great beat. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4. Really nice beat, really nice. And something else to think about is the idea of ghost notes, where you're playing quietly. Okay, so ghost notes, you play only an inch or so off the pad. It's just a little movement, and they're nice and quiet on the snare. And that's a great thing to do with the e's and the uhs. And then you make the 2 and the 4 pop, and that's going to give you a nice feel. And something to keep in mind. I mean, you can play them all loud. That's totally a thing that you can do. But if you want to work on ghost notes and a little bit more subtlety in the groove that you're playing, try the e's and the uhs more quietly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Gives it a nice feel. Ghost Notes. More on that to come, I'm sure. So yeah, I guess we'll do. I'll do. We're gonna leave it at that. Okay. There's gonna be lots more to come. So gives you the idea. If you want to come up with even more bass drum patterns, we're at the point now where I trust you to do it. If you have any questions, you can always let me know. Thank you for joining me. See you on the next one.